Good morning, everybody. For today's class, I have a little map activity for us to complete. So on Bright Thinker, you should be able to access this map of the 13 colonies, and we are going to be filling it in with the correct 13 colonies and shading the different three groups that you learned about recently. Let's see what the groups are. There's Southern, Middle, and not Northern, but the New England colonies. That's right. So if you haven't done so already, print this off before watching this video, since I'm going to be walking through what you'll actually fill in. And we're also going to be reading a story from Story of the World about Jamestown, which we're going to get into next week. Okay, so 13 colonies map. Let's take it out. And when you're done with this today, you're going to put it in your history notebook. Okay, so 13 colonies. We have one that looks like this. Okay, so we're going to be filling this in according to the historical map of the colonies. And from our book, it's actually cut off a little bit. We're not going to end up doing that, but we are going to label these according to the colonies. So for example, this is the main difference. This is not going to be called Maine, it's Massachusetts, even though now this is the state of Maine. So we are going to be going along with the actual names that they had at the time that we're learning about. So the first one is Massachusetts. As much as possible, I'm going to write it in the state borders, but if it doesn't fit, I can draw a line from the side. And same for you. Massachusetts. Okay. The next one here is New Hampshire. New Hampshire. Now this is also Massachusetts. This is Rhode Island. I don't usually write in cursive for something like this with labels. Let's label this one Connecticut. Connecticut. Cut is the way we think to spell that one. Let me zoom in a little closer so you can see this as well. So Massachusetts, New Hampshire, another Massachusetts, and that's what we now today call Massachusetts. This is a different state. Rhode Island, Connecticut, that's really the only one that's different so far. Now right here is Almanzo State, New York. Over here, we have New Jersey. This one right here, Pennsylvania. Right here is Delaware. Okay, all of these so far are the same as what they would be today. Oh, sorry about that. So next down the line is Maryland. Maryland. Now, this is West Virginia, but it wasn't one of the colonies, so we're not going to label it. But this is Virginia. Next, we'll put North Carolina. And then South Carolina. And finally, Georgia. Let me go back up in case you need this. Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. And you'll have this blank for West Virginia. We're not going to write West Virginia because it was not one of the original 13 colonies. It became a state later. Now we are going to color these according to the New England, Middle, and Southern colonies next. So I'm going to use this pen, which it would end up bleeding through if I covered the word. So I'm just going to outline each of the New England states with this pink. You can do the same, or if you'd like to use a colored pencil to just very lightly shade it so that you can still see the words, that's fine too. Okay, let's start up here with New England. Now, the New England colonies were Massachusetts, I'm not taking too much time, but just outlining Massachusetts and New Hampshire, the other Massachusetts, and Rhode Island, and Connecticut. Those are all of the New England ones. I'm going to put my little key right up here, basically just to say where you see that pink, it equals New England colonies. Okay, so those are New England colonies. If you don't have a pink, you can use another color. Just make sure that your key helps you with it. Next up is, I'm going to use green. I'm just matching the book. So for green, this is going to be for the middle colonies. And the middle colonies were New York, although it actually included this part too. New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. So those are all middle colonies. So that's what I'm going to put up at the top, middle colonies. And finally, I'm going to use blue for the bottom ones, and that's going to be everything that's left. Pause if at any point you need it to go slower. I know I'm going faster than probably many of you. Okay, so the final one is Southern colonies. If you want to take your time and make it more precise, you can. But the main goal here is to show which ones are each type of colony. And we do want it to definitely look nice, but I'm just not going through every specific detail, like matching the lines up completely. But we definitely want to have excellence in all we do, so we do want it to still look good. That was the last group. That was the southern colonies. Okay, so we've got New England, Middle, and Southern. Okay, I'm going to zoom out. Keep that up for a little while for you guys to continue. And there's that key at the top again. Okay, and I forgot that this actually is, this King Jamestown is actually for a different chapter. We've got one between chapter 1 and the one we're going to get to. So I'll hold off on that story. We'll read that one later. So this is all we're going to do for history class today. So you can glue this in as soon as you're finished. Glue this in to your history notebook, and you'll have a nice, neat little map to refer to throughout our unit. There might be extra times to add on to it. For example, specific cities. So I will let you know about that, and we'll try to add in some cities. I know it'll get a little bit crowded if we do too many. So we'll just do some of the most important cities as well. Okay, that's all for class today. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you either later today in class or I'll see you on Monday. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.